Hello everybody and welcome back to the Percents Challenge. This is Station 3, or as I like to call it, Adulting 101. And I call it this because adults have bank accounts. And some of you guys might already have a bank account, but I want to talk about this thing called interest. And interest is extra money that you get when someone borrows your money, like a bank. So if you put your money into a bank, you can gain interest or money back from the bank, which is really cool. So in this activity, we're going to be calculating a thing called simple interest, which is a way to calculate interest of an account. So let's say you get a check of birthday money from a relative. In your example, it's from your great aunt Pearl, and it's for $120. I am going to get a birthday check from my grandma Frida. So this is going to be an example that's related to your example, but not exactly the same. So let's say I get a check of birthday money from my grandma Frida for $50. So my check is worth $50, and it will be in an account that has an interest rate of 2.5%, which means that every year I'm going to gain 2.5% extra money from my account. And it will be in that account for 4 years. So these are the circumstances of my bank account. So in order to do this, I would need to use the equation I equals PRT. So the I in the equation stands for interest. P stands for the principal, and that's the original amount of money in the account. The R stands for rate, which is the interest rate, and that's usually your percent. And T is time that money spends in your account. So in order to start this problem, the first thing I need to do is change this percent into a decimal. So in this example, the decimal is already there for you. So we don't have to put a decimal anywhere. We just start right here and move our decimal over 2 times to the left. If there's a gap, we put a 0 in it. So our decimal equivalent of the percent is 0.025. Now we can plug all of our information into our formula. So our formula is I equals PRT. So our interest is what we're trying to find. So that will keep an I for now. The principal is the original amount of money in the account. So in my example, I would put 50 where the P is. Then I would put the R, the rate of 0.025, right there for the R. And remember, when we have letters right next to each other, that means we're multiplying them together. So I'm multiplying 50 times 0.025. Last thing I have to multiply is the T, or the time the money spends in the account, which is 4 years. Now please feel free to do this part in the calculator, because doing all this multiplication would take you a long time. So if I plugged all of these numbers into a calculator, 50 times 0.025 times 4, I would eventually get an interest of $5. So that means my account has gained $5 in 4 years, which I think is pretty great. So now if I want to calculate how much money I have total in my account after those 4 years have gone by, I would simply add the original amount of money in that account plus the amount of interest I gained. So I would add $50 plus $5, and I would get, wow, $55. So that's how much money would be in my account after those 4 years have gone by, thanks to some great interest from my bank. And that is how you calculate simple interest, and that is Adulting 101.